Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Adam, and welcome to How Do I Titanfall. This is a series where we'll focus more on how to be better at the actual mechanics of the game versus just quick tips here and there. So today, let's talk about burn cards. Burn cards are another big mechanic in Titanfall that really can affect the way you play the game and the way the game goes for you. So I'm going to be talking about what burn cards are, how to get them, and why use them. So burn cards are temporary boosts or abilities that you earn in-game that really can affect how things play for you. They can give you different abilities. They can give you better versions of the normal guns you have or ones that you don't even have unlocked yet. And they can also make huge drastic changes to the game and the way it plays by giving you super powered abilities, like the ability to be invisible the entire time you play, or giving you full minimap vision to see where all the enemies are. So burn cards are very useful. Some are not as useful as others, though, so just keep that in mind. Now you do earn burn cards starting at level 7. You start earning them. You get one slot then. They get one slot at level 9 and one slot at level 11. This gives you a total of 3 slots for burn cards to use in the game. Once you use a burn card, you lose the burn card. So keep that in mind. They're 1 per use. You don't continually get them. With that being said, though, keep in mind that you will receive some burn cards more often than you receive others. Some are extremely rare. Some you can only get by completing challenges. And some you get all the time for reasons I have no idea. I'm sure it's for using weapons and things like that. So there's a rarity system built into that. Now, in total, you can have 26 burn cards at a time. So one thing to always keep in mind is managing your burn cards. You want to use your burn cards because if you don't use them, why do you have them? And then if you have multiples of burn cards that you don't need, you always want to remove those. You can easily remove those from your list of cards by just highlighting the card in the list itself and pressing both triggers down. That'll get rid of the burn card. And that discards it permanently. Now, I always suggest having slots for at least 4 or 5 burn cards at any time because you never know what you're going to get in a game. Some challenges have rare burn cards associated with them, so if you complete a challenge or you're close to it, you don't want to lose out on that burn card just because you have 7 of the amped R101C rifle. Definitely not in the best of your interest there. In multiplayer matches, you can take a total of 3 burn cards with you. So plan ahead for instances and things that you want to do in the match. Taking just 3 random burn cards isn't going to be as good as strategizing your burn cards, and we'll talk about that in just a moment. So just plan ahead with what you're going to do with the burn cards. Now, burn cards can only be used between lives. You can't use them at any time. So once you die, or if you haven't spawned into a game, you definitely can at that time choose a burn card to use. So let's talk about the kind of advanced mechanics of burn cards. One thing people do a lot is just kind of select random burn cards to give them a boost in the game. And that's okay. I mean, it's going to work for you just the same as far as getting that boost. But you may not be using it as effectively as possible. I always suggest going in with a plan as far as what you'd like to do. If your goal is to get a Titan as quickly as possible and then dominate the map, then definitely there's a lot of situations and burn cards you can use for that. Or if you just want to go around and slay the whole time, maybe choosing amplified weapons is your best option. It really depends on what you want to do. So I challenge you, if you're going to be using burn cards a lot, which I'm sure we all will, think about what you want to accomplish in the game and build the burn cards you use to that strategy. Just picking random cards isn't always your best option. So one of my favorite things in Titanfall is getting my Titan earlier than the other team. And so if it's the beginning of a match and I can get my Titan at any point earlier, it's a huge advantage for myself and my team. So I like to build my first slot usually around that. So whether it's pull rank or decisive action, which just give you instant build times off, or whether it's something like most wanted list where I have to get actual hits on enemy pilots in order to do so, either one is a good build for me, and so I like to do that. So that's part 1. Part 2 to that step is going to be after my Titan. I try and plan for that eventuality because in most cases you're going to lose your Titan. By that time usually the team has other Titans. So getting an amped version of, say, one of your anti-Titan weapons is going to be a huge benefit for you. And then it's just anything random after that point. There are a lot of different abilities you can get for your third card or for any cards. Things that let you see through walls, things that give you radar pulses, unlimited radar, lots of fun stuff there. So I always like to build with the strategy that I want my Titan first, and then I want to be able to take out the enemy Titans. So that's it for this episode of How Do I Titanfall. I hope I shed some light on some of the more advanced ideas and thought processes behind burn cards, and a little bit more about the mechanics themselves. If you enjoy the video, don't forget to leave a comment and a like. I'd really appreciate it. And really, that's it, guys. Once again, I'm Adam, and you guys take it easy.